So we moved to 1990, because famous for the man in the white hat winning his first World Championship. What do you remember of that year?
Oh, that was in Yugoslavia, when it was Yugoslavia, and we stayed in Maribor. It was particularly difficult because the river Drava is like, it was a huge river, really, really wide. Is it part of the Danube or whatever? But anyway, it was deep. It was rocky. There were hardly any fish there. It was powerful, and from one end to the other, it was a little bit shallower at the top end, where Bob drew, and it was the day I brought Mark Downs in that day, to that competition, and I remember Mark drew below the bridge. But we had a series, a method rather. There were 6 gram, 8 gram floats we were using, round ones. There were no flat floats in those days. Nobody ever heard of them, and we had difficulty presenting the bait. So it was a case of almost, if there's a fish there, you hope to catch one. And we were catching little barbel. The first day, Tommy blanked. He had a fish on and lost. I didn't change it for the second day. He blanked again. So Tommy double blanked.
I guess he's the only England international ever to do that.
You'd think after that I won't pick him again, would you?
Tommy, if you're listening, that's a record, I hope, that nobody else ever breaks.
Don't ask him about it.
And Mark Downs may have a record, actually, because Mark fished under Stan Smith at some stage in the 70s, and so he went a long time before he made another appearance. That's perhaps
well, I just thought, it was a difficult venue, so I couldn't think of the right team, if you want. It was because I'd never experienced anything as powerful as this river. But on the day we had a tactic there, which there were some crazy rules where you shouldn't impede the natural flow of the river, of the water. So if the water's running that fast, you had to fish that fast, theoretically.
You can't slow.
You can't put the lead on the bottom, right? You could only put 10% on the bottom, so you can't put the lead on the bottom. So, but we were slowing it down as much as we could.
Yeah.
And you can't overshot your float.
Right.
So like normally, if you were going to sit there with the float on, in a powerful stream, you'd probably put 2 or 3 extra BBs, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, and hold it up.
2 or 3 more grams on to hold it up. Well, you couldn't do any of that, so it was very difficult. Bob drew the upstream section, which was not as deep, and he used his pole. I think he had a crazy section shoved up it. But he won the championships there. It was a good performance, really good performance, and that was it. I mean, I was glad to get rid of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was a venue that I wouldn't, because of the lack of fish, and I mean lack of fish. Tommy wasn't the only person to blank. The fact that he double blanked was like, he had a fish on both days and lost them. And because it's just so rocky, it was unbelievable. It was a terrible venue. So I was glad to get rid of it. And so I think we ought to stop talking about it.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, Bob the next year.
Yeah, well,
repeats his performance.
Yeah, the thing is that in the following year we went to Hungary, didn't we? Yeah, we went to Hungary in 91.
91.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wondered about the Hungarian one. I kept. It was a mistake that I made that year, even though we won it, because Mark Downs was brilliant in practice. The lake there was lots of carp in it. There was lots of roachy things. There was all sorts of fish in it. In fact, during the practice, because we had a practice week, we must have caught about 12 different species. It was unbelievable how many we caught, sturgeon and all sorts of things. But there was a lot of perch there, and my experience of catching perch, and I mean small perch, short, line to hand, swinging them in. Mark Downs was brilliant. He was the best of the people that were there. But every day I felt that these fish, small fish, perch, are greedy.
Yeah.
They're going to eat up and they're going to disappear. By the end of the week, you're going to catch none. But it didn't work out like that, to be honest. I left him out, and I really should have put him in and left one of the other anglers out. But it worked because we didn't need the if you want the top 3 positions, you know, you could get away with like you know, 1 less or 2 less and things like that. Bob and Kevin, again, Kevin was silver because he had silver the year before as well.
Yeah.
So Bob's done Kevin twice with winning it, and Kevin second. Kevin were upset about it. He's always doing me. So it was a good match. It was a brilliant match, that one. There was lots of fish to be caught, and that's when I think England are at the best. If there are a lot of fish there, and I don't just mean small fish, but if there are a lot of fish there, quality fish as well, England have always been and always will be particularly good at doing that because they can sort it out. You know, and that's about I mean, it's like when you're a manager, you literally you have to analyse and assess all the information that you get, and you've got to try to put a plan together, but that plan comes from those blokes on the bank because they're the ones that they're catching the fish. They're the ones that know what they're doing, exactly what they're doing. And if you can get people to give the information in meetings, then you know it helps with the whole team. Yes. And I think that's one of the good things that I had. I think that you know, meetings were successful in passing on information within the group.
Yeah. So you all worked as a team.
That's right. Yeah.
And I guess that was the challenge of bringing new anglers in that you maybe didn't know so well. Yeah. The fact that you wouldn't know whether they were going to be good team players or not.
Well, that's it. Unless you knew them from experience, and it's difficult, that, isn't it, John? Because you've got, like it's the length and breadth of England is a problem. You know, you're bringing people in from the south and having people in the north. You know the people in the north because you compete.
Yes.
And you know how good they are. But when you get like the Midlands and the south, but to be fair, in those days we used to travel quite a lot, and so there were some matches. And the good thing about being successful, by the way, is that we were also getting invitations from other countries to go and compete. And we had a series of going to the Ostellato Canal in Italy with Pesca In, the magazine, Italian magazine. We went 4 or 5 times there to different venues, and it was all good. It was all good for you know, for the anglers for learning different things, and you know, so that was good about it. But and the fact that Bob and Steve Gardner, he'd already created a relationship with Milo Company. So you've got contacts, and those contacts develop, and it's you know, it's much easier now to get to know about venues. No, I'm not saying it's easier to compete.
No,
but you can get more information now because of the contacts that you've made in those countries.
Yeah.